social contracts. We collectively agree to certain things. Like another example would be parking in a parking spot. You can park anywhere, right? You can literally park anywhere, but you consciously agree that it would be better to park in a parking spot. Like if you wanted to be a menace to society, right? You could just park on the fucking sidewalk if you wanted to, if you really wanted to. But as a collective conscience, we have agreed to parking spots, parking meters, et cetera, et cetera. This is social constructs, right? This is social contract theory. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go with what society is, but you have to understand the law of the land, which is, hey, if for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In the world, let's say you park on the sidewalk, right? The reaction is you get your car towed, you get a ticket, you get taken to jail because it's an illegal fucking parking, right? Well, I don't know if you get taken to jail, but you know what I'm saying. That's all what that is, right? Social contract theory, social constructs. That's just what that is. So it's pretty crazy, to think about. But when you break it down, bro, like you just start looking at shit differently. You definitely just start looking at shit differently. All right, so let's get to this Kyrie Irving interview. That's basically what I was talking about when it comes to, he's just going against the collective norm, which is like he's speaking out for what he believes in. Something I can respect. So let's see, make sure this is up. All right, we good.
Is this any more questions?
But you're not answering the question.
Oh, it's another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie,
Right.
basketball related.
We'll move on to that. So Kyrie Irving posted this movie to his Instagram story. So this is what has sparked the whole conversation, and Kyrie Irving is going to speak in the rest of the video about basically this and why he posted it and all of that. And I know you just saw a glimpse of why Kyrie Irving walked out of the post-game interview, but stick around.
Look at that Mansa Musa. I was looking at that shit last night because I seen this clip. I was like, is that Mansa Musa on his shit? And I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to go and look at some Mansa Musa shit and figure out why this man was who he was and why people are using him as a symbol nowadays. So I went and looked at that shit up. I looked that shit up, and that man was valid. He used his spirituality and his political prowess to be able to, form connections as he, went on his Hajj to Mecca because he was an Islamic man, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I never knew that Musa was an Islamic man, and he actually was a big influence on Islam because he took close to 60,000 people with him on Hajj just so he could visit Mecca because he became they say he became a Muslim to form greater political ties in Africa and the Eastern, like the Saudi Arabias, the Afghanistan, all of that area, the Middle East, right? So he became a Muslim just to become more connected with the people in that area. So the man was smart. The man was very smart. Like, and people respected the type of leader he was. It wasn't like a leader out of fear. It was more a leader out of love and respect.
To the end of the video to see why he actually does walk out. But this is what the executive vice chairman of the Brooklyn Nets posted. I think that's what he is. But he says, I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation. I want to sit down and make sure he understands this is hurtful to all of us, and as a man of faith, it is wrong to promote hate based on race, ethnicity, or religion.
So, this is where I was like, okay, this is where people are starting to attack him for going outside of the social norm because the Brooklyn Nets owners decided to speak up about this, right? I was like, okay, this is weird, right? Because this man he posted a book, as the video says. He posted a book, and it was basically in relation to how, what we'll say, the New Age Jews, right? New Age Jews, right? Essentially, the book says that there were Jews before these New Age Jews, the more Caucasian descent Jewish people. There were black Jews before that. That the book basically states that we were Hebrews before this generation or century of Jewish people. But like I said, I don't have all the facts, so take what I say with a grain of salt.
And then he said, this is bigger than basketball. So here is basically Kyrie Irving's full post-game interview from today's loss versus the Indiana Pacers, where he purely just talks about posting that movie to his Instagram story. So take a look at what makes Kyrie Irving leave his post-game interview.
And it's a title given to Christ, Philippians 2:11. And my name translates in the Hebrew language as Yahweh. So I went on to Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what, let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people. Africa is in it, whether we want to dismiss it or not. So
And this is him just basically giving an explanation on why he would, you know what I'm saying? Like, why he chose to post it. He just said, I learned from all walks of life. I have no discrimination towards anybody. Like, does that. And then the Brooklyn Nets owner is just like, what he posted was anti-Semite. It's like, no, I'm simply just learning. That's it. I'm just learning from all walks of life. I literally saw his Twitter post. He was like, I am an omnist. And if you don't know what omnism means, it means I believe that there's truth in every religion, but I don't conform myself to one. Right? That's omnism. I believe there's truth in every religion. I see myself as an omnist. I see myself as a spiritual omnist. Right? Studying Zen Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, right? Hinduism, all of these things, all of these different practices that I can implement it on myself because it's my journey at the end of the day, right? My relationship with God is my relationship with God, as your relationship with God is your relationship with God, if you believe in God, right? And then, we got the opposite end of the spectrum, people who don't believe in God, who believe in science and things of that nature, want it to be proven, But I feel as though there are some things in this world that are not meant to be explained or identified with what we see consciously, right? And that comes into like the spirit world, and we'll just be going down a rabbit hole all day. So let's keep going.
Claims of anti-Semitism and who are the original chosen people of God, and we go into these religious conversations and it's a big no-no. I don't live my way like that. I don't live my life that way. Excuse me. I grew up in a melting pot, and I say a melting pot of all races, white, black, red, yellow, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and you can see the way I live my life now. I'm not here to be divisive, so they could push their agenda. I don't want to say they, because I'm not identifying any one group or race of people, but I'm in a unique position to have a level of influence on my community.
And he understands his position of power. He understands that what he posts will have a saying on what's going on in the world. Like he has a powerful platform and he's using it wisely. He's going to speak up. You can say the same thing about Kanye, right? And I'm not saying everything that Kanye says is valid or truthful. Right? Not everything that Kyrie says may not be valuable or truthful. But what I'm saying is these dudes obviously are connecting the pieces together. They're connecting some type of pieces and forming it into their own realities. Right?
And what I post does not mean that I support everything that's being said or everything that's being done or I'm campaigning for anything. All I do is post things for my people in my community and those that it's actually going to impact. Anybody else that has criticism, it obviously wasn't meant for them.
Right.
Hopefully I'm understanding what you said, and I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to misquote any part of it.
I don't expect understanding from a media conglomerate group that...
He's spitting. Nah. Nah, let's go into it. Let's get into it real quick. Because I seen this shit the other day. 5 major companies that own everything. Or it's more than that. So all of these, right, are owned under, all of these are owned under like Sony, Disney, You know what I'm saying? The major corporations, right? So you got Coca-Cola, Unilever, PepsiCo, Kellogg's, Mars, General Mills, Mondelez, Johnson & Johnson, Kraft Heinz, and Nestle. All of these are under like media conglomerates. These guys. Comcast, Disney, CBS, Viacom, News Corporation, and AT&T. These corporations, like everything that I just showed you, all the Kellogg shit, are all under these major corporations because these 6 conglomerates own everything. And this is what Kanye was talking about. Whenever you go into a room, right? If you go into a major room and you've got a high platform and things of that nature, it's somebody who is going to be of Jewish descent or Jewish religion in there. He's saying they own because they are a very wealthy group of people. And this is what's even crazier. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was basically like, what is it? 34% of the people in the Forbes are Jewish. You don't know how many people are black? In the Forbes listing, top 100, 0.5. 0.5. That is fucking crazy. So when Kanye speaks out, he's like, ownership. Because he sees it, right? He sees it. And I'm not here to defend Kanye or anything crazy like that, but, right? I'm not here to defend Kanye. I'm not here to defend Kyrie Irving, but let's look at what's going on in the world. That's why they're speaking out, right? That's why they're speaking out. That's why Kyrie is preaching knowledge of self, which is he's literally doing. He's learning and then giving it to his people. What's wrong with that, right? Like he said, they're trying to hide history from people. Why would they try to do that? Let's really ask that. Why would they hide? Why would they hide history from people? Especially, people who have been down for over 400 years. Because if you start to discover or find something to be prideful in, as in the D. Rose interview we looked at yesterday, if you find something to be prideful in, now you have pride as a people, something that you can stand for and go against. As us in the black community, we're so divided, right? We're so divided that it's hard for us to attach to anything, any one thing, because we've got scattered history in multiple places. It's really crazy.
Sincerely talks about the game of basketball, and then we bring up religion as if it's correlative at times when it's convenient for people to bring it up. So please just be direct with your question so we can move on from this and I could talk about the game and go home to my son, Elohim, and my wife, Marlene, okay?
Fuck you talking about?
I might take it that this was, what you shared was not something that you've even watched. This was, you did watch it, or either watch it or read it.
Making assumptions. The reporter is sitting here making assumptions about this. It's fucking ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that this is what the media does. They try to. Oh, I was looking at something yesterday. It was like, what is it? The 10 fallacies in debates. And right now, the media reporter is trying to pull like. It's like a fallacy. He's trying to, if this event happened, no. It's just so crazy, bro. Because I was looking at this shit last night because I couldn't sleep. So I just went down the rabbit hole. I just wanted to learn some shit. And there are different types of fallacies in debates, right? You've got the straw man argument, the appeal to emotion, things of that nature. So when I see this, right, I'm seeing the different constructs that are going on in debate, not just the content that's being produced. I'm going farther than the surface, right? Shit is, bro. When you see the world and the sign, bro, I swear to God, bro. When you see the world and the sign, like when you really like get deep into the knowledge of how the world works, studying behaviors and things of that nature, bro, you see the world entirely different. I promise you. It's such a bro. It is. You're powerful when you see things differently. I promise you. When you take the blindfold off, bro, nothing can stop you.
Read a lot. Read a whole bunch. Good and bad about the truth of our world.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so I
We're in
presume
2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I am no different than the next human being, so don't.
Thank you. Thank you. Right here, right? This gives me a perfect example right here, right? When Kanye said slavery was a choice, what did the corporations do? Nothing. But when he spoke out against the Jewish community, that's when they started to cancel him. When it affects the black community, but when you speak out against a very wealthy group of people, we won't tolerate that. No. That's crazy.
Don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not?
Exactly. You cannot post that because what you're doing is going against the social construct that we have designed. And all we want to do is control the narrative as the media conglomerates. All we want to do is control the narrative, and you're going against the narrative. You see how that works, bro? We want to control the narrative, so you speaking out against the narrative is causing us a disarray. It's putting us in a disarray, and it's causing the people to not believe what we're telling them anymore. You are the problem. Crazy.
Why not? Everybody posts everything else. You saw the word nigger going up on Twitter, right?
Whoa, Twitch. Hey, he said, keep going.
I don't hear uproar on that. I'm not here to be divisive on what's going on this or that. I'm not comparing Jews to blacks. I'm not comparing white to black. I'm not doing that. That conversation is dismissive, and it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion on what they believe. No, This is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal?
Nope. Is that right? Did I do anything illegal? Officer, am I being detained or being arrested? You know what I'm saying? Like, officer, did I do anything wrong? I just posted what I wanted to post. That's it. But you guys want to create some false narrative about anti-Semitism and all this other craziness that's going on in the world. Like, because that's the narrative that you guys want to indict me with. But I'm a human being, and I'm just simply learning. Unplugging myself from the matrix. Dangerous. Very dangerous. And we talked about this before. When we talked about the 3 levels of mental complexity. Bro, I have the book. Hold on, bro. I literally have the book. I have the book. Where is it? Fuck, where is it? Where's my book? Damn. I don't know where I put it, chat. Fuck, chat. It's somewhere around here. It's somewhere around here, chat. I don't know where it's at. We'll look for it later. But what I'm saying is, like, this is why it's so dangerous when you go against. This is why it's so dangerous when you go against the social constructs. This is why it's dangerous, right? Because not only are you learning for yourself, but the fact that you want to be okay, you can learn on yourself and discover the truth, but now it's a problem when you try to go back and educate others. That's when they try to, you know what I'm saying? That's where cancel culture comes in.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did I do anything illegal? Did
Absolutely
I hurt anybody?
not.
Did I harm anybody? Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people?
Yeah, it's not.
So out of all the judgment that people got from me posting, I just, without talking to me, and then I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So,
boom. But when Joe Rogan says the N word with the hard R, it's okay. It's all right. You know, me personally, I don't want anybody outside of the black race to be saying the N word anyway, right? Because of the history that comes with it. You have to understand what that word meant, right? Even my Hispanic brothers and sisters, like, I love y'all to death, but you don't see me going out of here calling you because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do that with my brothers as a term of endearment. My black brothers, my black sisters. I would never call my sisters that word anyway. But, like, the whole point of it is, like, you have to understand the history that goes behind it before you even start to use that word in any way, shape, or form.
So I'm not going to stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
Kyrie, while we're on the topic of promotion, why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like...
If you don't know about Alex Jones basically said that Sandy Hook was a hoax. Big conspiracy, it was false. Taken out of context, right? It's bad for him to post it because there's a lot of conspiracies, and you still got families and trauma, dealing with trauma and grief, right? You got families dealing with those things. So, and it really happened so recently that it's, when Alex Jones says that, it's like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, I understand you want to be a conspiracy theorist, you want to, speak out against things, but for every action there's an equal or opposite reaction. He has to understand the consequences that go. I'm pretty sure Alex Jones understood this already. He already understood what would happen if he spoke out against it.
Like, they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event.
What did I say, chat?
My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So
people really be thinking Jeff Bezos is the richest person on the planet. There are people who are so rich that they are off the grid. That's the truth.
I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I was just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious, because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is. And
speaking right there, right? Out of all the things I posted, you guys decided to pick this narrative because you know you could use it as a weapon. This information that I posted, you can use it to weaponize me, right? And make me the bad guy. Because that's how the media works. That's how, because the people who control this media, they're like, that right there. We can get a narrative out of that right there. Go attack him. We have evidence now. He's an anti-Semite. Go get him. What a beautiful world we live in. What a beautiful world we live in.
Works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book.
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
When you are, bro, you have to be clear with your words. This is literally what sparked me to go and look at the fallacies in debates. You have to be precise with your words, right? And the media is very good at this. That's why when he says, can you stop using promotion? Because promotion that's the key word in this whole debate. It's like, can you stop saying promotion? Because I'm not promoting it. I'm not going out here saying anything like, yeah, what Alex Jones said is important. I literally saw a post that I agreed with, right? And that was years ago. I don't stand with what Alex Jones is saying now. I'm not promoting what he's saying now. You don't see me going around talking about what Alex Jones is talking about right now. You don't. Excuse me. But what you see is me going out and getting knowledge and then giving it back to my people. What's wrong with that?
Put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it. Do you see me doing? Do you see me
By
in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, I
promoting.
put it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Just like you're directed to do. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, but it's not
You put
stuff,
things out there for a living, right?
right? But my stuff
Great.
is
So
not
let's move on.
filled
Let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
another
You're
human
free to
being.
post
I can post whatever I want. So
can post
say
what-
that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to understand anything from you.
I don't. It's my choice whether or not I want to understand what's coming out of your mouth. You, as a media corporate rat, I don't have to speak. I don't have to listen to anything you're saying because I know you're being controlled. I know somebody's telling you to go out here and do this, to label me an anti-Semite and continue to push this narrative. Somebody above you is telling you to do that, and it's your job to go and follow those orders. Being a media slave.
It's not me.
Nothing.
By
It's no
posting
people that
what
you're
you
making
did,
up, bro. Move on.
But by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question. Next
anybody
question. Do
is
you
going
guys
to
have
look
any more
at
questions
it,
for
and they're
me?
going to say,
You guys have any more
does he have
questions? Because this is going to be a
anti-Semitic
clip.
beliefs?
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
But you're not answering the question.
Oh, it's enough.
You're not answering the question. He answered it the way he wanted it to be answered. You want a clear, decisive way for it to be answered. That's why I love philosophy, because it doesn't just give you a direct answer. It makes you think about things.
Another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
We'll move on to that.
And speaking of the group, do you think anything that's gone on with Kyrie recently with
Here he goes
what
again.
he posted and the backlash he's faced from it has impacted the group at all?
Absolutely not. Only impacted you guys and everybody outside the locker room.
Kevin, what would you say the mood was in the locker room post-game?
What you think? We lost 4 games in a row? You want us to be excited about that?
No.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah,
what bro
of course
look like.
We're pissed.
I'm telling you, like, this is what the media does. Hey, how do you look? Now they're trying to, at some point they're trying to turn KD against Kyrie. It's like, how do you think what he posts affects the locker room? It doesn't. Next question. That's the same dude who was asking that bullshit earlier. Fucking crazy. And the media is direct on choosing him for that. Because they know the narrative that wants to be pushed. Somebody in there is pulling. There you go. The puppet master, bruh. The puppet master, bruh. I'm telling you, bro. Bro, when you see it, bro, when you see the sign so clear, bro. It's a beautiful world we live in, man. It's beautiful. The powers that be, man. It's fucking crazy. Shit like that is fucking crazy, man.